UK door? Oh, okay. And now, back to Sandra Hill's Vampire in Paradise. Chapter 2. Oh. This starts out really, Transylvania, Pennsylvania, 2015. It was a male fantasy assignment. Or was it?
Wink wonk.
Sigurd was late arriving at the castle for the conclave called by Saint Michael the Archangel. Because remember, there's angels. He'd run into a traffic pileup on the Beltway when he left his job as a physician at Johns Hopkins.
What?
You don't remember? He's a doctor, because he has the healing gift.
John Hopkins is in definitely not fucking Transylvania, Pennsylvania.
Well, maybe it was in 2015, and you just never knew.
Bitch!
Then he'd gotten behind a vampire parade in this whack-job touristy town that celebrated, guess what? Yep, Dracula wannabes. Ha! If they knew how inconvenient fangs actually are, Sigurd thought, running his tongue under his own pointy set.
God save me.
They would keep their fool mouths shut and take up a saner hobby, like sword fighting. Try kissing a maid when the incisors are out, or drinking a cold beer, modern man's wonderful invention that surely rivals our ancient Viking favorite beverage, warm mead. Bitch! I scare even myself when I happen upon a mirror and see how I like that. But you're a vampire.
But he's also part angel.
Right, he's a vangel.
Yeah. Lucifers.
Shut up. He could have teletransported, but vangels were warned to use that talent only on special occasions, like when they were needed quickly to back up one of their fellow Viking vampire angels. Just in case you forgot what vangels were.
How many of them are there?
I think all of them were turned into vangels.
Did I miss that part, or...?
He still shuddered after all these years to consider himself one of those. That's in parentheses.
Mm-hmm.
Or when a Lucifire was about to gobble them up. Gobble them up! Ooh, yeah, we're talking to children.
While talking about Lucifer's own damned devils, quite literally, gobbled him up.
He pressed the code numbers into the remote on his SUV dashboard and watched as the gates opened onto the massive property where his oldest brother, Vikar, was converting an old rundown castle into one of the headquarters for all the Vangels.
Okay, X-Men.
Vikar was 3 years into the project, and the progress was slow, as evidenced by scaffolding around one of the towers. Sigurd parked his vehicle on the back courtyard, rather than going down into the underground parking garage. Under a castle. He didn't expect to be staying long. He entered the kitchen, about the size of most longhouses back in the day. A modern expression he was embarrassed to find himself using way too much lately. He wasn't that old. Well, actually he was. 27 human years, but a mind-boggling 1,165 vampire angel years.
What?
His original sentence, assignment as a Vangel, there wasn't even a proper break there. As a Vangel had somehow been extended and extended by a few transgressions he was unable to avoid over the years. Or a lot. But really, did Mike, the rude name Sigurd and his sixth brother had given their heavenly mentor...
Really? You're calling Michael the Archangel, one of the head angels.
Uh-huh. Just calling him Mike.
Mike.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That is a great name for an archangel.
Lucy baby.
Did Mike expect virile Viking men to remain celibate for decades, let alone centuries? Yeah, you're angels!
Angels don't have bits.
Sigurd shook his head to clear it. His mind seemed to be wandering so much today. Probably overwork on his latest medical project, not to mention having gone on a Angel mission in Baltimore over the weekend. where Lucy Hort, they're Lucifers. Lucy Hort had been nesting in one of the slums, preying on drug addicts.
It's not wrong, though.
Lucy's was a nickname he and his brothers had given to the demon vampires. Yeah, thanks!
Oh, really?
I couldn't have figured that out myself! The scent of cooking food hit Sigurd first, and he noticed one of the Vangels, their cook, Lizzie Borden. Yes, that Lizzie Borden.
Is that in there in parentheses? Oh, for the love of Christ!
Hacking away at what appeared to be the hindquarter of a cow, then tossing the pieces to brown in a huge sizzling iron skillet. You okay? Good morning, Miss Borden, he said. What is good about feeding 50 ravenous Vikings? Lizzie always complained about her cooking chores, but she guarded her domain like a Norseman protecting his longship. But you're Irish? Irish Vikings? Sigurd opened the commercial-sized fridge to get a bottle of Fake-O, the blood substitute he had invented several years ago to supplement the Vangel's supply when it had been too long since they saved sinners or annihilated Lucy's. Blood caused a Vangel's skin to have a nice suntanned hue. Without it, their skin turned lighter and lighter until it was almost transparent. Do you need to get tan real fast? Drink some blood!
Apparently.
Where is everyone? He asked Lizzie after quaffing down the thick beverage in one long swallow, then wiping his mouth with the back of a hand, fighting a shiver of disgust. But it's not real blood. You made it! One of these days, when he had more time, he would have to do something about the taste. Okay. In the front parlor, they started an hour ago. Lizzie pointed out with relish. She did not care over much for men. Thanks, Liz, he said, just to annoy her. She said something very unangelic as he walked away. Not that any of them were angels, more like fallen angels. No? On the way down the long corridor, he ran into Regina, who had been a witch back in the 13th century Norse lands.
So she gambled with dice. Or did taxes.
A real witch, the kind who brewed potions in a boiling cauldron and issued curses hither and yon.
So a real witch who did taxes and gambled with dice. Math.
She was always threatening to do unsavory things to the man parts of the various Vic when they displeased her, which was all the time. Vic was the name given to the 7 brothers as the rulers of the Evangel Society. Why do you have to specify everything? Do you not trust us with context?
No.
Why aren't you in the meeting? He asked in a very polite manner, if he did say so himself. Despite his good manners, she sneered at him. Mike was done with us peons hours ago. He is dealing with the sins of you Vic now, she cackled. She actually cackled, and added, someone is about to have his arse chewed up good and well. Me? He inquired, with mock innocence, and made a rude gesture at the hissing black cat that followed on Regina's heels. The cat tried to piss on his boot, but he managed to get away unscathed. Regina was muttering something behind him, probably a curse. He would have to get a codpiece to protect himself when he left here today. Where did one buy a codpiece, anyhow? He tried to enter the parlor unobtrusively, to no avail. His 6 brothers turned as one, eyebrows arched, lips twitching with humor at his expense. They sat in a semicircle before Mike, who was sprawled lazily in a throne-like wingback chair, jeans-clad legs crossed at the ankles over a pair of athletic shoes. The latest, very expensive Nike ones.
No wonder they call him Mike.
He probably thought the swoosh emblem represented an angel wing, but then Mike had a fascination with modern footwear. A large gold cross hung on a thick chain around his neck, nestling on his pure white t-shirt. The only other indication of his saintliness was a rather halo-like glow about his long black hair. No wings today!
There's so much that's bothering me, and I'm not even a good Christian.
As Sigurd passed behind his brothers' chairs, each had a special greeting for him. Vikar, the oldest of his brothers, the Vic assigned to man the Transylvania Castle headquarters, yes, thank you, grinned and said, "Welcome home, Dr. Sig. Did you lose your watch?" Ivik, an Angola prison chaplain who fashioned himself the most handsome Viking, dead or alive, said, "You look like death warmed over, Sig. I hope those bags under your eyes are due to something pleasant." "And he smells like Saxon shit. Can you not invent a new Faco that does not reek?" asked Trond, a Viking Navy SEAL of all things. Especially considering how lazy Trond was known to be. And really, those Navy SEALs worked so hard in senseless exercise that Trond knew better than anyone what reeked. Like himself. Of body odor. Not today, of course, but when he jogged 5 miles in heavy boots and monstrous backpack, phew!
Uh-huh.
Why does she have to keep specifying that they are Vikings?
I don't know.
Mortar just scowled. Wrath had been Mortar's sin, and his demeanor was oft-times grim, though he was not so bad since he'd married and taken on 5 children.
What?
Knut! C-N-U-T, Knut, a security expert, just returned from some Pentagon secret training program. Winked at him as if he knew a secret that Sigurd did not. Finally, he came to Herrick, their technology guru, who was tapping away on a laptop with fingerless gloves. Too edgy for me. He was huddled in a massive fur cloak. Ever since Herrick had returned from Siberia, a penance assignment if there ever was one, he claimed to be unable to get warm again. Mike was not sympathetic. No more brothers.
But they're angels.
Yes, they are Viking
They don't
vampire.
feel cold.
Well, how do you know? Are you a Vangel?
Thank God, no.
That you must be a Lucy.
Fuck you.
No more brothers. Sigurd sank down into the empty chair, the one closest to Mike, unfortunately. "Ah! The prodigal Vangel disdains to honor us with his presence," Mike said. Sarcasm was a favorite tool of Mike's, and it was usually directed at the Vic. None of them was immune. "Sorry, there was a..." Mike waved a hand, uninterested in his explanation. "Vicar, recap for the tardy one what we have been discussing." Vicar winked at Sigurd. "It appears that Jasper and his demon vampires are growing in number." Jasper?
Who?
"Well over 2,000 at last count, whereas the number of Vangels is closer to 500. Jasper was the king of the demon vampires, one of the fallen angels who had been kicked out of heaven along with Lucifer. It was the job of the Vangels to kill Lucifers. Not just kill them, but annihilate them through the heart with swords or bullets symbolically treated with the blood of Christ.
Ah, yes. I remember when I read my Bible stories as a child, how the angel Jasper sauntered vaguely downward with Lucy, baby. Yeah. Jasper.
Jasper.
That's a modern name. It's hurting me.
Just killing them resulted in their coming back again as demon vampires. In addition, Vangels attempted to save sinners, especially those who had been fanged by a Lucifer, clearly identified by their lemon scents.
What?
A lemony human was on the fast track to becoming a Lucifer. A worse fate than going to... Well, how do you know I'm not just carrying some Lysol?
I love lemon heads. Must be a baddie. You know, my name's Lucy, and I like lemon heads.
I don't got lemonades. I got lemon chlamydia.
Oh. That was bad.
Yeah. It wasn't funny. I continued it.
It was.
We are going to add more new Vangels to our ranks. 100 at a time under the training of Knut and Mortar, Michael continued. And there's a big event being planned by Jasper for next month. Sigurd tilted his head in question. Let Herrick show you, Mike directed. Herrick sat in the chair on Sigurd's other side. He was the computer guru in their ranks. Yes, thank you. He slid the laptop from his knees to Sigurd's and pointed to the screen. Grand Keys Island.
Yeah, the porn convention.
And is that not an appropriate name? Mike interrupted. Sigurd saw a picture of a lush tropical island with what appeared to be a massive hotel complex from which bungalows stemmed out like the spokes of a wheel. Luxury yachts and sailing vessels were anchored in the clear blue waters. It is an island in the Florida Keys. That large structure there is a special events hotel. And whoo boy, is there a special event being planned there. This from a grinning Herrick. One which Jasper hopes to infiltrate, where he will harvest more souls for his evil legions, Mike told Sigurd. The first ever international conference on pornography. Herrick grinned at him. He must have finally warmed up enough to tweak him, leastways. Well, they don't call it that. The new word for pornography is FOE, freedom of expression. Did I miss that memo?
No.
Sigurd frowned and turned to Mike. What has this to do with me? I am a physician at Johns Hopkins. Not anymore, Mike said. Thou art about to tender thy resignation. Why? I enjoy working there. Ah, and that is your goal as a Vangel, is it not? Pleasure? More Mike sarcasm. Well, I opened myself up for that one. I do good work there, Sigurd protested. You do. I'm supposed to be finding a cure for cancer. Someone else will. That puts Sigurd in his place good and well. Thou hast been in one place for 20 years, and you do not age, Sigurd. 'Tis time for a change. Sigurd understood. Then another hospital? Mike shook his head. Thou art about to start a new job, job. Thou will be resident physician on Grand Keys Island for the duration of this vile affair. Thou. I'm getting sick of Mike's thous. Usually they are followed by some unpalatable assignment, as this island is sure to be. Sigurd almost choked on his tongue, so stunned was he by the prospect of doctoring on some remote island inhabited by scurvy pornographers. His brothers barely stifled their snickers. Me? I am going to a porno convention? Thus saith the Lord, Mike pronounced. Bullshit, Sigurd thought. Thus saith Michael the irksome archangel. Sigurd wondered briefly what his sin of envy had to do with this assignment. Usually Mike assigned them penances, or rather missions, to places or duties related to their weaknesses. What envy had to do with pornography was a puzzle to Sigurd. Thou wilt know when the time is right, Mike told him. Sometimes Sigurd forgot that Mike could read minds. That was how Sigurd found himself the following week in Key West, Florida, applying for a new unenviable position. Sorry, the line changed in the middle of unenviable.
Oh, I hate that.
For the love of a troll, he was a fierce fighting warrior, a practicing healer and physician, a Viking vampire angel. He thought he could not be shocked anymore. He was wrong. It takes all kinds. Transition. Marissa and Inga arrived at the Purple Palm Hotel at 8 a.m. Interviewers were to start at 9, but already a line
Purple Palm. I don't know if that's a thing.
If your palm is turning purple during masturbation, you gotta get that checked out. You're doing something wrong.
There's some dudes, I'm sure.
That or you're fucking blueberries and you need to calm down. I know they say warm pies feel pretty good, but...
Pie.
Please do not eat the pie that somebody's dick has been in.
No, I would not want to.
Okay. But already the line ran out the door and down half a block. It wasn't just the numbers that amazed. What a crowd it was lined up in front of them. Good Lord, Marissa said. Inga agreed. Every crazy in the Sunshine State must have gotten up at dawn. Men and women alike had bimboed themselves up, or was that down, in outfits designed to accentuate their assets, the emphasis being on assets.
Oh my god.
Tight pants, cleavage down to the belly buttons in front, and butt cracks in back, male junk sticking out like torpedoes, female butts that would make Beyonce blush, boobs that defied gravity, and the tattoos, and the piercings! How much longer is this? Oh.
Just checking too long one.
Oh dear.
Oh, Malanta.
This was the third of 5 days of on-site open applications for employment at the conference. Marissa had no idea how many people had been hired thus far, considering the turnout today, but the number of employees they were supposedly hiring was supposed to be 400 for the 10 to 20 day period, which included both setup duties and cleanup afterward.
It's still a really wide range.
They're gonna have a lot of cleanup.
Yeah, but that's why it's a wide range.
Plus, people had been hired already to prepare the hotel for the incoming rush and serve the early arrivals. To be honest, there were a lot of normal-looking people here too, like she and Inga. Probably half of the 200 or so in line so far. Still. The ick factor here is off the chart, Marissa remarked. No way am I standing around for hours in this crowd in the heat to apply for a job I'm not sure I want. You're already there! Y'all won't have to wait long, honey, the girl in front of them said in a heavy southern accent.
Okay.
Mr. Vanderfelt, the darling man, came out a bit ago and said once the door was open, we'll be moving faster than a greased pig on a spit slide. Besides, lots of the folk in line are just fans. Fans? Of what? Sleaze? Marissa and Inga just gaped. The short, slim girl, who on closer inspection was probably over 21, wore a red spandex jumpsuit, which called attention to her impressive double Ds, with matching sparkly stilettos. Her hair was blonde, yes, thank you, and big, a teased fluff of sexy waves. Makeup completed the picture with false eyelashes and pouty crimson lips. She wore enough Shalimar to choke a goat. It was hard to tell if she was here for a job or was one of the fans. Compared to Bimbo Barbie, Marissa and Inga looked like nuns. Well, not exactly nuns. Inga, her long blonde hair in a single braid down her back, wore a sheer tunic blouse over a darker blue tank top, with white capris and a pair of Valentino rock stud triple ankle strap pumps. Marissa was more subtle in a sleeveless rose-colored Donna Karan dress that was nicely belted, thank you Alexander McQueen, at the waist and came to just above the knees. The only thing that could be construed as sexy about her attire was her strappy, high-heeled Prada Gladiator sandals. Her hair was upswept and held to the top of her head with a tortoise-shell claw. Hi, my name is Tiffany. Sure it is.
Oh my god.
What? I'm Inga, and this is my friend Marissa. Have you been standing here long? Asked Inga, a regular Miss Congeniality today. Unlike me, who is more Miss Grinchiality. Only an hour. Where are y'all from? The insane asylum, or where we will be if we actually go through with this insanity. Miami, Inga replied. We drove in this morning. I came all the way from Georgia. It's the name George, a hyphen,
Georgia.
Georgia. No kidding. I took a bus yesterday. Yesterday. And stayed overnight at the Holiday Inn. She tossed her blonde mane over one shoulder, or tried to. The hair was so heavily lacquered it didn't move. I'm a hairstylist, you know. Could have fooled me. But I aim to be a sensuality star like Becky Bliss. I prefer the word sensuality to pornography. Much more classy. That answered the question of job seeker versus fan. And yes, Marisa noticed Tiffany's distinction between sensuality star and porno star. She hadn't yet learned that no matter if you called a she hadn't yet learned that no matter if you called a fake Rolex a Rolex, it was still
it hit a time.
Oh.
Oh no, it didn't. It just made a noise.
No, that was my computer.
Oh.
That was Tumblr.
Oh, I'm drink.
I know you are. Yeah, no matter if you called a fake Rolex a Rolex, it was still a Timex at heart. That just sounds
call
wrong.
A spade a spade.
Yeah, but the wording is weird.
Yeah.
Truth to hell, my real name's Helen Biggers. But I can't see Helen Biggers on a movie marquee. Can you? Tiffany sighed and continued without waiting for a response. Though what they could say to that, Marisa couldn't imagine. Did y'all know that Becky made $1 million last year and she has a mansion in Hollywood with a jacuzzi and everything? Unbelievable. I thought these jobs were supposed to be legitimate. I mean, regular jobs for regular people, Marisa said, shooting Inga a dirty look. Inga elbowed her. Stop being so negative. They are regular jobs, Tiffany insisted. I'm applying for one of the hair salons, but I figure this will be my opportunity to get discovered. Becky Bliss got discovered in a Dairy Queen, you know. She probably practiced her twerking while making blizzards. All that shivering, you know, Marisa commented. Huh? Tiffany said. Inga smacked Marisa lightly on the arm. Keep frowning like that, and you'll be able to plant rice in the furrows on your forehead. I have the best wrinkle cream, Insta-Smooth by Luxor, Tiffany announced. It's expensive, but I could get a discount at the beauty shop where I work. I could get y'all some. Gee, thanks. The sarcasm passed right over Tiffany's head as she smiled at Marisa. I'm getting way too cynical and mean. Having a sick child does that to a person. Living in a world where some bimbo twerking her ass earns big bucks and a hard-working woman like me can't afford a measly Swiss operation for a sick child just isn't fair.
Measly?
Measly. You know, life-saving. Measly. Swiss, oh yeah. But it's not this twit's fault. Sorry, Marisa murmured. Fuck's sake!
Do you want to do more later?
Yeah, let's stop for now.
It's a long-ass chapter.
Damn right it is.